We're about to do an oil change on this. This is a DCT version of the Honda NC, and it should be pretty straightforward. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the handbrake, make sure it's on, and then I am going to flip it and let it run for maybe 5 minutes. Let the oil warm up nice and warm, and then it'll be easier to change the oil. This plastic here. Now, it's not required, but it does make it easy. There's this one right here. And that's going to pop forward. Let's see, there we go. Just 2 bolts holds that piece on there, and it's really brilliant. People say that this bike is a very easy bike to work on. I mean, they really made it easy for you. Those 2 bolts, one here, one there, pops this entire piece out. And they are kind of held on by these little nubs here and here, but it's actually a really brilliant design. It's a skid plate. It makes it look a little bit more aggressive for adventure riding, but I just love the ability of removing it and doing your oil changes. While this is out, make sure that your coolant reservoir bottle is up to the right amount, and this is the one for the DCT. So the DCT has all of this sort of stuff here, and you can tell that this bike was previously dropped. So we're going to get these 2 bolts, and this should pop out. And also the oil filter is right there, very easy to access. Left side, you're going to need your drain pan, and the drain plug is right in here where my finger is. I'm going to use a long extension. Put my drain pan underneath. I'm going to grab that plug. There we go. And there's the oil. This is a DCT version. We have this. This is where there's another oil filter. You typically don't have to change this as much as the other ones. I believe it's 15,000 miles. The bike is at 10,000. But I just want to change it. I'm going to remove this. There we go. And look around, make sure everything's good with the oil. Remove that spring. And then there's the oil filter. Might as well. There's that oil filter. It's a little tiny one. Make sure that that O-ring comes out. And if you remember, that spring goes this way, and then might as well help the oil come out. It's pretty dirty. The rubber side goes towards the back. There we go. And now take our spring, put it right here, and now all you're going to be doing is putting this back. You got it. And clean this up. So this one's got an aftermarket oil filter. You don't even have to remove the plastic to get to it. The good thing about these oil filters from K&N, you can use this to undo it, or you can use like a regular wrench. I got my drain pan underneath. I'm just going to get rid of a little bit more of the oil. Check to see if there's any metal. Just a regular one. Take some of the old oil that's falling like this and just put it on. Your finish draining. All you have to do is get this on there. Okay, at this point, it's pretty much done draining. You can remove your oil pan. Still falling just a little bit, but I think that's reasonable. So before I button everything up, I'm going to put my bottom plastic. And I'm going to take my bolt that I just removed, and I'm going to put it right in here. I wish more manufacturers were this simple. It really is like one of the most, one of the easiest ways of, I mean, that's so simple. Honda, man, the engineering is simple, it's brilliant. And now we're pretty much done. We just got to add our favorite oil. recheck this really quick. Wipe it clean. Okay, that's about right. Just a little bit more. Now put your oil in, start your bike, and then recheck after a couple of seconds of the bike running. We're all set for this oil change. This bike is one of the easiest. You know, it would be nice to have an oil sight glass, but that's generally a little bit more expensive to do. And if your sight glass starts leaking, as I've seen in other bikes, you're probably going to wish you had like a dipstick. So that's it, guys. Make sure you hit like and subscribe if you like these maintenance videos, and I'll see you in the next one.